Breaking news. Russia officially acknowledges the Ukrainian crew who launched the first hypersonic missile. The Russian state news agency TASS reported on Monday that the first Russian crew to use hypersonic, air-launched Kinzhal missiles during Moscow's military operation in Ukraine had been presented with state awards. According to an unnamed military source, the Su-34 aircraft used the Kinzhal hypersonic missile during the special military operation, reported TASS. The first crew to accomplish this feat was honored by the state for their efforts. Russia's invasion of Ukraine is being described as a special military operation by Russian officials. According to Kyiv and its allies, Russia has been aggressively occupying Ukrainian territory for the past 18 months. Ukraine's military in Kyiv claims Russia frequently deploys Kinzhal air-launched ballistic missiles, despite Moscow's relative silence on the subject. TASS did not specify when Russia first deployed Kinzhal missiles into Ukraine. According to the ministry's Telegram channel, the Russian Defense Ministry announced in March that the missiles had been deployed to destroy Ukrainian targets. The Kinzhal was introduced by President Vladimir Putin in a speech in March 2018 as one of 6 next-generation weapons. Lydia Kelly in Melbourne filed this report. Jerry Doyle supervised the editing. Since the conflict in the Ukraine began, most EU leaders have supported Kyiv's efforts to defend itself from Russian President Vladimir Putin's aggression. They did the right thing. Consequences, including financial ones, follow such aid. The EU's current and future commitment to financially supporting the Ukraine places growing strains on the country's budget. If the war doesn't end soon, they'll keep doing it. A new study by the European Parliament's research services puts the sum total of EU and member state financial commitments at over €150 billion and rising. Still, it appears that political consensus is driving the release of these funds and the pledges to disperse even more funds, without adequate monitoring of the reasons for the spending or the identities of the recipients. The amounts are not insignificant. They are putting significant strains on the European Union's budget. Are emergencies helpful? Emerging crises are sometimes portrayed as positive developments. Because of them, changes that would have never been attempted before will be implemented. It has been said before, but it bears repeating. This is especially important in a democracy where decisions require widespread support from the populace. They will not eagerly anticipate being forced to accept unpopular measures. During times of crisis, people often make snap decisions and take measures that would have caused a riot not too long ago. Also, these standards would have profound implications. There is some truth to the argument. But how accurate is it that crises sometimes turn out to be beneficial? They frequently bring great suffering and a great deal of chaos with them. It's best to make difficult choices when they've reached a boiling point and can no longer be avoided. If crises could have been foreseen and a public consensus mobilized in favor of containing them, then much better decisions could have been made. Summer's final days. If you aren't already feeling it, many people will soon go through a period of sadness because, like every summer before it, this one will soon come to an end. When the seasons change, it's inevitable that sentimentality will set in because by now, you've grown accustomed to the current incarnation. Certainly, students are especially vulnerable to this phenomenon. After enjoying weeks off for summer, or other vacations, the thought of returning to strict schedules and academic responsibilities is depressing. At least, that's how I recall those periods, when people fought tooth and nail to maintain what little freedom they still had while complaining bitterly about the impending restrictions. However, there are benefits to every season. When one progresses, one quickly adjusts to new circumstances. The monotony that was on the horizon became routine. An air of melancholy follows each passing season. It is quickly depleted.